Welcome to Superchat. If you are on your way towards 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of our most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Wellness with Tammy. This is a certified life coach, and she has a particular audience in mind for her content, but if you head to her channel and see what she's doing in the line of positivity and encouragement, you will likely be able to take inspiration from that. I think we all will. Wellness with Tammy's been with Superchat for a little while now. She's at 36 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther on the road to the first 100. Now we know that we know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever. But as long as everybody's always doing as much as we can for each other, then everybody will be just fine. We see channels growing, hitting different milestones, passing that first 100 and beyond all the time. Pardon me while I'm trying to fix my camera. I keep changing my webcam and I haven't lit it properly yet, so it acts all squirrely on me. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with this creator. They're here with us frequently, and again, always with positivity and encouragement. So I hope everybody will join their channel. And this is our featured channel for today. We feature a different channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I've seen within our community. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, as you have seen. We do that so that you have the opportunity to meet literally, hundreds of influential creators, even when we're not live streaming. So thank you everybody for coming in. It's time for me to get some names onto the wheel. Scratch and Pete PA is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, but is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in 5.5 years on YouTube. So I've got him on the wheel. Annabelle TV is in the house as well. We'll get them onto the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. The Bud Files are with us every day, so we'll get them on the wheel as a member also. And the Gaming Ham has an interesting name for a channel, and I'll tell you why when we get to see them on the screen. But hopefully everybody's doing okay. I see Blue Chicken is back with us. Bariatric Boy Tips is here. Child of God 77 and Cool Gamer are both here. Actually, we've got a few gaming channels in the chat right now. I'm reading one of the names here. Oh, why is it so hard for me to read that name? Cianco Bob Gaming? I'm sure I'm getting that wrong. You can tell me how to pronounce that if you'd like to. I'll appreciate it because it helps me promote you properly while you're here. But I also see that Cool Gamer, Fanatic Guide, and Hyper Blitz are all in the house as well. And these are all creators that are with us frequently. Coupon Gale is in the house. She was actually doing some YouTube talk yesterday on her other channel, Gale Southern Living. She had a guest with her and they were giving tips and tricks on their channel. You can check that out. Dawn Ray B is in the house. She wants to motivate us to chase our dreams, make them come true. She's doing it herself on her channel right now. Jan Hines is in the house. The Christian Magician is back with us. The Fix-It Lady. I thought we'd already connected here, but I could be wrong. We must have connected outside because Bautissimo welcomed you. This must be your first time with Superchat. So for anybody that's brand new, maybe Melody Maid as well, then hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls is in the house, and What the Flock is here with us. VS Speaks Royally has also come in. They happen to be a member, so I'm going to get them onto the wheel right away. Now the wheel and the screen are open to everyone. It takes a little bit of time, but after a while I will get some names from our chat list and put them on the wheel. And then we've got a new member, which is Margie's Crafty Corner. So thank you so much for that membership. I really do appreciate that. And what that means is for the next month, your channel is going to be added onto our Wheel of Doom every time I see you in the chat on the days that you're here. So I can put you on the wheel right now with the rest of our members. And thank you again for that. I really do appreciate that extra generosity to get us started for today. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I see that the Bullock Experience is coming by quickly, but they are a member. And actually a recently featured channel. So I'm going to get them onto the wheel. We will look at their channel briefly when it comes up. And that's one of the things that, you know, I try not to solicit things like super chats and memberships and stuff like that. Here in Tuber Chat, they're unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course, but everything is open to everyone. It just takes a little bit of time, like I said, to get onto the wheel and things like that. But one of the benefits there is just because the Bullock Experience was able to come by for a second, we will definitely be looking at their channel, at least for a moment, guaranteed. And then, Crocheting with Leanne also is on the wheel. She was our feature channel from yesterday. She's actually been featured before, not too long ago. But yesterday I joined her on her channel after Tuber Chat for a bit of YouTube talk. She was helped by Scratch and Pete PA to prepare a handful of questions and things like that that let me talk nonstop for another hour after Tuber Chat. So that was fun. And if you want to go see that, it's the first time that I've done a interview or talk like that in quite some time. And I was happy to do it. We talked about a few YouTube ideas, like I got into a bit of trolling and stuff like that, just talking about it. So if you want to go check out that talk, hopefully you'll find it helpful. Really Haunted Places, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me if I'm missing anything in the chat, like a question or a comment. If anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @MentionTuberChat. Connect and grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then as well, I think I see Johnny Jim in the house. Melody Maid, thank you so much for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to make that channel the next one that we look at before I spin the wheel again. Justin Mello's Music and Vlogs, thank you so much for the highlighted milestone message. Those look like super chats, but they're colored green for the members. And you'll notice that they also knock some life off of our stream boss. Those are a free bonus when you're a paid member on any channel where they are enabled. So it's a great way to get your message noticed, but I appreciate that. Justin Mello's got thousands of subscribers, and he's been with Tuber Chat from the beginning, actually. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. What the Flock, I think I said hello to you a moment ago. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is here. Tammy C's is in the house. And it's just about time for me to look at the next channel. Right now we're looking at Wellness with Tammy, and again, this is a certified life coach. She's somebody who wants to bring encouragement, empowerment, and motivation to others. I'm interested to see what she's going to come up with in new content on her channel as she progresses, but she's already got 36 subscribers, and like I said, we'd love to push her towards the first 100. So let's look at Melody Maid and see what they've got going on for us. I believe they're here with us for the first time. And forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but I'm not this time. So let's see what Melody Maid is all about on their channel. They've already got almost 1,800 subscribers, actually. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'm going to take this 13-minute video, and I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong about this, but please, but I believe that this might be the creator that was with Gail Southern Living on her live stream. I was only there for about 15 or 20 minutes. Whenever I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I try to always stay for at least 16 minutes. And the reason why is because my own experimentation over the last couple of years while we've been doing Tuber Chat and things like this is it seems to me that the math works out to say that you get about 1 view for every 5 minutes that somebody is active in your live stream chat. Now, I could be mistaken, but it seems that way to me. I've done a lot of experimenting. I insist that that's the case, and I just don't want you to quote me if we find out that I'm wrong, but it seems that way. So for the longest time, I always try to stay for at least 16 minutes. You could almost time it by the timestamps when I say my hello and say my goodbye. But yeah, yesterday I was in Gail Southern Living for a while, and because I see the notebook that Melody Maid is using here, it reminds me of what I saw in the other screen on Gail Southern Living yesterday. So hopefully everybody will connect with this creator, give them a warm welcome into the Tuber Chat family. It looks like they want to help us with our YouTube journey as well as the different things that they're creating on their channel. So I'm looking forward to getting to know them. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. We certainly don't mean to. The Gaming Ham just dropped a super chat on us as well. He's done that before. Thank you, Melody Maid and the Gaming Ham, for those super chats. I really do appreciate those. The Gaming Ham has an interesting name for a channel because this creator brings us a lot of video gameplay. They're actually experimenting with some other content right now, but they also are an advocate for the ham radio community. So the name The Gaming Ham is pretty interesting. You might even hear them talk in ham radio while playing video games, but they've expanded now into 3D printing on their channel, both in shorts and videos in between the live streams that we are already familiar with. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to the Gaming Ham. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. And then if anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Be Righto, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. They did a live stream again the other day. They were doing giveaways, if I understand right. And again, that's another one that I was only able to be there for a short period of time. I think I got there late. I think that's what it was. I think I got there after they'd already been on for, I forget if it was 45 minutes or what it was. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa have been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for a long, long time here on Tuber Chat. They happen to be members, so I'm putting them on the wheel right now. You know Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead as the mod father in our YouTube community. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody coming through the chat. I've got Lazy Days Ahead on the wheel now. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. Oh, is that Slonkobob Gaming? Yeah, maybe I pronounced that wrong in the first place. Slonkobob Gaming. And then just please, again, correct me if I'm wrong, if you don't mind. If anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see in the chat, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. And I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So thank you one more time for that super chat. And there is the Gaming Ham coming in with another one. I really do appreciate that. And thank you, Slonkobob Gaming. So the Gaming Ham, thank you for that extra super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And like I said, they've done that countless times, actually. But they're heading off to work now. Jan Hines is in the house. Good to see you. She's got 2 channels, actually. Life with Jan as well. And then the Bellic Experience is here. This is another creator who was both featured on Tuber Chat not too long ago, but also had an interview with Crocheting with Leanne, which I watched. And, you know, the Bellic Experience is a humble creator, but he's well on his way, as you can see, with 650 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 700 he's thinking about. The Bullock Experience wants to bring us fishing more than anything else. And in case you're wondering, that he's holding in the banner right there is a 3-pound bass. That is a decent sized fish. That is, I don't know whether he caught and released that one or if that one fed a few people, but that is some beautiful fish that you caught there. The Bullock Experience is somebody who enjoys the idea of helping others with their YouTube journey as well. They talk about a few different things on their channel when the conversation gets going. It starts out with fishing, usually catfishing, but other things as well. And as you can see, all 3 types of content on his channel, including shorts, videos, and live streams. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And then Hyper Blitz is back in the house. Good to see you here. Crocheting with Leanne just dropped a super chat on us, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. She's somebody else who's done that countless times. But we're going to look at Crocheting with Leanne next. Odom's Homestead is here. I'm going to put them onto the wheel. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. And even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So let's see where we're going next. We're going to have Crocheting with Leanne up on the screen, but also Mr. Shelton TV 2, which is obviously John H. Shelton, a longtime dear friend from the UK. He's got 2 different channels, Mr. Shelton TV 1, and I think it's actually Mr. Shelton TV and Mr. Shelton TV 2. We'll look at both of those in a moment because we always put Super Chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then after a little while, I will open it up and start adding names from our chat list as well. Hilma Israel, good to see you here. Sean the Great Gamer, good to have you in the house. And they're working on their own live stream, which is going to be cool. We know there'll be fresh content after Tuber Chat today. Ordered Steps, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. And I do appreciate every moment everybody can stay, even if you're just coming by quickly to give that thumbs up, or even if you're running the stream in the background. I know we've got a few creators that do that when they can't be active in the chat, and I do appreciate it. So Crocheting with Leanne is up right now. This is a very kind-hearted creator who also wants to help people grow their channels, meet more friends and family members. You'll be able to do that when you join her for premieres and live streams. Yesterday I joined her on her channel, and there's the stream right there where we did what usually is called an interview. She actually prepared with a handful of questions with the help of Scratch and PPA, who is obviously a shining jewel here in the Tuber Chat family. And I appreciate that help that he gave to contribute to that. But Crocheting with Leanne and I got together for about an hour on her channel. We were talking about YouTube, a couple of personal details about myself. She actually asked me that one of the specific questions was, tell me something that nobody knows about you. So I think I've just about covered everything between different interviews that I've done over the last couple of years, but it might be interesting for you to watch. I hope you'll go to her channel and check that out. It's one of the shortest interviews that I've done. They've gone up to like 4 hours. What I've done lately is, over the last year when I've done these things, I've asked people to keep it at 2 hours because you all know that I can talk and talk and talk and talk. And my voice disappears after a couple of hours. But Crocheting with Leanne and I got together for a solid hour. The good thing about this one here is that it's pure content. So from the moment I get on the screen with her to the moment that we're done, there's no, not a long intro, not a long extra, which is kind of cool. So it's just an hour of pure content if you have an hour to watch that. I don't want to put too much focus on it, but Crocheting with Leanne does a lot more on her channel as well. She's done more interviews. Like I said, the Bullock Experience was there. And then she has some shorts videos, some random videos, shout outs, and things like that in between the crochet. When she gets into crochet, she does scarves, shawls, blankets, ponchos, and graph gans, but she also writes patterns for other creators to take inspiration from as well. And in the interview that we did yesterday, you'll actually see something that she crocheted, which is the sweater that she's wearing, actually, as a matter of fact, which is kind of cool. And then Yeah, crocheting with Leanne. It's okay for me too. If I don't get up and start moving after a little while, I feel the same way. But we had a good time. What I was happy with, like I said, is the fact that it was pure content right through. Because some of these conversations can start to, not that there's anything wrong with it, but you know that sometimes it just starts to trail off into different tangents and things. And like I said, I've done these for like 4 hours, the first couple or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that, but you can imagine how draining it is after you've been already talking for 2.5 hours before it starts. So lazy days ahead, and need to watch the wallet grow. Lazy days ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Thank you for another super chat. They've done that countless times. That's extremely generous. Thank you for that. And I'm going to put their channel up right after Mr. Shelton TV2 for that reason. But that's the Mod Father, of course, with Lisa, like I said. And they did a live stream that I was lucky to catch at least for a few minutes the other day. And I'm happy to see them doing more of those. They did one, I think their first one was for their first 500 subscribers, if I remember right. So that's cool. Where to Begin Homestead, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then Johnny Jim's hoping to stream today, later today. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming into the chat. As long as everybody is active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. And then if we do start buffering at all, I know Hyperblitz is saying we could be buffering. So the problem with that is there's nothing we can do once we start the stream. Like, we've got everything set up as well as it can be. You may not be able to see this, especially if you're on a phone. But at the top of my screen, where my mouse pointer is, if you can see it, is a green icon that's showing the Wi-Fi. So this is a special little app for the Mac that what it does is tell you if you're having internet trouble so that you know right away whether it's you or whether it's not. And what'll happen is it'll go yellow if there's trouble, it'll go red if you're cut off. So if we happen to notice that, we'll know whether we're in trouble or not. But we'll keep pressing through anyway. One of the things I recommend to anybody who's doing live streams and things like that is we have to try not to let things distract us. Right here on Superchat, I can use the excuse that I let it because I want to talk about it and explain what's happening for everybody's benefit. But when you're live streaming, if people start saying you're buffering and things like that, if there's something you think you can do about it, then of course you want to do it and try to save the stream. If not, you just press through, because when the first person tells you you're buffering, it could be them, not you. Once you get 2 and especially 3 people telling you, now you know that you've got the problem, right? But if there's nothing you can do about it, if you can't fix it or, plug in or reset your router or anything while you're streaming, then you can't, and that's it, right? So it's just an idea, but we'll press through anyway, and hopefully we'll hold it together. We haven't lost streams in a long time, knock on wood, of course, but we changed our router not too long ago, and I've upgraded the computer recently as well. So, Mr. Shelton TV2 is up from the UK. This is I would like to say filmmaker, actually, because Mr. Shelton TV2 puts a lot of effort into all of their productions, and he does everything from poetry to singing to short films to sketches and tributes, all kinds of stuff, shout out videos, which he's done at least 2 for Superchat. And this is John H. Shelton, Yaya's Best Life. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. So Mr. Shelton TV2 is his second channel with 7,000 subscribers. Now, you know that I say of channels over 3,000 that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey already. We can imagine that, right? But when we look at John H. Shelton, we see that this creator also has a second channel set up called Mr. Shelton TV. Now, the reason he renamed them this way this time is to grab the handles that are ultra important, right? I can't put enough stress on that. What's the app called, says Jesse and Lisa. Let me see if I can remember what on earth this thing was called. They don't have their own name right on the thing. Let me see if I can find it in my apps here. This is a Ethernet Status, it's called. Let me type that in. Ethernet status. And yeah, it's I forget if it's free or if it costed a few dollars. I don't remember. It could be a free one, but I often pay for software, especially if it's $5 or $10. Not tons of stuff, but when I find something, even what I'll do is I have a little bit of patience, so what I'll do is I'll go through, like, let's say 2 or 3 free trials to see if it's the thing that I like, and then buy the one that I like, you know. So that's an idea. And then Smallholder Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just listening, or even if you're letting the stream run in the background, and even if you're just coming by for a quick thumbs up. So Mr. Shelton TV is the second channel from this creator, officially on the road to 1K. He's already got 7,000 on the other channel, so we know he's going to get there soon. We'd just love to push him a little bit farther, and this creator will have 2 monetized channels soon enough. Like I said, they come from the UK on both channels. They bring us all 3 types of content, shorts, videos, and live streams, and they do a little bit of everything there. Yes, forgive me for not catching that right away. Next up, we're going to look at Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. In the meantime, if anybody has the ability to share this stream out, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, based on the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm, of course. Minecraft Heroes, good to see you here. Unstable TV Shorts, good to have you in the house. And then Minecraft Hero says this is their Friends Grow channel, which is cool. It's a grow channel for them and their friends, if I understand right. So for anybody that is brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I've just taken another video from Jesse and Lisa and put this into my catch-up list. This is Lazy Days Ahead. These creators are very well known, much loved, very well respected because of the community that they've built around their channel. It's a lot of fun always hanging out with them, whether they're in a live stream or even if you're watching a video. They put a lot of effort into having fun and making their videos fun for everybody to watch as well. I've had a great time watching them, and they do just about everything. So they do a lot of homesteading activities. Lazy Days Ahead is just referring to the fact that they are retired, so they've got time to show us how to do a lot of the different things that we might do in regards to homesteading activities, like prepping and canning, and things that might help us be more self-sufficient. They're extremely generous creators. They dropped a super chat on us today. They've done that countless times, but they do giveaways on their channel and things like that as well. So hopefully I'll catch them on the next live stream as well. But I did put this pineapple jalapeno jelly video into my catch-up list to give me something to watch after and stay caught up with. They're almost at 1,200 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Fat Ninja DM, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Child Please, good to have you in the house as well. Michael the Realist is here. And Fanatic Guide, yeah, we're actually moving okay today. Fanatic Guide is always pushing for us to get that 100 thumbs up. We don't do it every day, but we do it most days. But if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, we'll appreciate it. So thank you. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Thank you one more time to our super chatters, Mr. Shelton TV2 and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Jesse, of course, is known as the Mod Father. You can see this recognizable face. You've probably seen him on a lot of other channels, maybe Rambling with the Brums or Garden State Gardener, and maybe even others. So let me get up the next channel. Annabelle TV is somebody who brings fun everywhere that they go. A little bit of comedy comes along with that as well. And Annabelle TV has 688 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 700 she's thinking about. I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos here. She's got this series called What's in My Box, where she does unboxing videos, product reviews. What you're going to find in her content most often are mukbang style taste test reviews or challenges. And a lot of those are collaborations with other channels as well. So it's kind of cool to see her connecting with a lot of other people in that way. Annabelle TV brings fun and comedy everywhere she goes, including here in our Tuber Chat streams and when I run into her out supporting other creators when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams myself. So I hope everybody will connect with her. You can expect that kind of support coming back to you. She is another extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Let's spin the wheel. I'm going to move a little bit faster now. We've been on for half an hour. We still got a long way to go. We're not in a rush today. We can stay up to another 2 hours if everybody would like. The Stock Explorer, I'm not sure if I actually said hello to you, but I did put you on the wheel a while ago when I saw you come in. And then the Bud Files is coming up right now. This is another couple of creators who are here with us just about every single day. I think it is every day, actually. One of the things I've forgotten again today, Michael's Adventures is one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube. He's usually with us as a beloved and dedicated moderator, and he can't be with us every day just due to a work schedule. Same reason that Tuber Chat is usually not here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, because I have outdoor work that I have to do, and then I'm back for usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or somewhere there between. But Michael's Adventures always makes sure that I remember to give his regards, let everybody know that he's thinking about us, and of course wishes he was here. He will see us again next weekend. In the meantime, we've got the Bud Files up on the screen, and it's time for me to add some names to our wheel from our chat list. So I'm going to do that in another moment here. The Bud Files are modern-day archaeologists, and what they intend to do on their channel is uncover history and digitally preserve it. They take us to a lot of interesting places, including ghost towns, abandoned places, graveyards, and cemeteries. They bring all three types of content with shorts, videos, and live streams. You can see they're always having a lot of fun here as well. They've got a premiere coming up to later today in about 7 hours from now. I've got my notification on, but you can set that when you're there. Of course, I recommend for everybody to always set notifications for everything that you see, whether they are premieres or live streams, because it sends an engagement signal of interest into the algorithm. But then as well, we always put notification bells on for every creator. You see me do that. Often what I'll do at the beginning of the stream is clear my notifications, and you will literally over the next few minutes watch that number climb. On any day that I can't be on YouTube, I usually get over 200 notifications in the day based on all the different creators coming out with content. The Stock Explorer is coming up right now, so we'll see what they've got going on their channel. What Nora seeks to do here is bring us a level-headed and down-to-earth look at both the stock markets and crypto markets. This creator is the newest member of our moderator squad, and they are another creator who seems to be everywhere all the time, supporting others and always engaging conversation. I'm going to grab some more names for our wheel right now. Child of God 77 is on the wheel. I've got What the Flock coming up as well, and Hyper Blitz for now, and I'll add some more names as we need them. Keep in mind, for anybody that's fairly new to Tuber Chat, the wheel is run based on who's been most active in the chat, not necessarily just how long you're here. It's very possible to be here for 2 hours and still not get on the wheel, whereas somebody can come in and 20 minutes later be added. So just keep that in mind for anybody fairly new. Child Please is asking a question. Do views from shorts count towards watch hours? They do not if they're watched in the traditional sense. So let's say less than 1% of the views that come from shorts count for watch hours. That's if somebody watches your video from another random page, or let's say on your channel, if somebody was to go, I don't even know if this is going to work. See, this is showing me the Stock Explorer Shorts video in the way that shorts are usually viewed. I'm going to show everybody a hack right now if you want to see this. So if you want to mark the time, this is something important that you can use. It can be really clunky to try to share a shorts video on your community tab, and I'm going to show you why and how you can do it, and how you can watch videos in a more, shorts videos in a more traditional sense if you happen to want to. So if you want to mark the time, we're 38 minutes into episode number 485 right now. What I'm going to do is click on this video on the Stock Explorer's channel. This is just a shorts video of their furry friend here. I've paused it. And if you may not be able to see this if you're on a phone, right? But unless you want to zoom in or something like that. But when we look at the URL for this video, we're going to notice that it says youtube.com/shorts/ a bunch of characters to tell YouTube what the video is. What we have to do is take the word shorts out of the URL and put the word watch in there. And once you do that, you'll see how the page changes. Now we're watching this shorts video like a regular video. Then I can take the video and put it out as a share, either on a community tab or another social network, much easier than any other way. So I just wanted to show everybody that. I know it's a quick thing, but I think that it's very useful in a lot of cases. If you're somebody who understands how that can be used, then hopefully you have fun with that. Life at the Logans, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then Hyper Blitz, how do you get better at making thumbnails? So one of the things I would recommend is picking up a service like Canva. Canva is a free website, or forgive me, the Stock Explorer. I'm going to get back to your channel in a quick second here. When we look at Canva, I'm going to put the link in the chat for you. This is a website and an app for Android and iPhone, works on tablets, works on the computer, everything, right? Where what you can do is get in there for free. And they have a lot of templates for thumbnails, and you're able to just simply change the text, change the picture, which is fairly easy to do. And that will give you a start. First of all, your thumbnails might be improved just from that alone, because their thumbnails are pretty professional and gorgeous in most cases. But it will give you the start to understanding how to design those things for yourself. You'll take inspiration from the designs that they have. For anybody that looks at Canva for the purpose of making thumbnails, you'll actually see a lot of the thumbnails you've seen from other YouTubers, and you'll know who's been using it. I've done a couple of tutorials on my personal channel for Canva, but they are long and very clunky. They're not very concise. If you want to spend the time to watch those, I think they're between 40 minutes and an hour. It certainly doesn't take that long to make those things, but you can see me do it both on the computer, I think, and on the phone. I go through one for how to make a banner and one for how to make a thumbnail. But if you want to go to my personal channel, you can find those. Relaxing Stream Sound, good to see you here. Truly Miracle, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That is obviously one of our newest members, so thank you for that. They're going to be added to the wheel right away, because we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat as well. Hilda DC is part of our moderator squad. She's getting added to the wheel right away. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Unstable TV Shorts, I think I welcomed you earlier. Oh, it's the Yes channel. Truly Miracles, the Yes channel. Yeah, no problem. I didn't see your message first before I added you to the wheel, but that's okay. We know them already. And that will probably help them, actually, because the Yes channel was struggling with the search results. Now, keep in mind, you've changed your name, so you might still have a little bit of trouble for a couple of weeks, but after that, things should really settle down and people should have an easier time finding your channel. We'll see what happens today when I look for it, soon. So the Stock Explorer, like I said, wants to bring us a level-headed and down-to-earth look at the stock market and crypto markets. They do a bit more variety. We get a wonderful look at the creator behind the channel. This is Nora, the Stock Explorer. They're in Florida. And I'll show you something interesting about that, because they've got a second channel, and I think they're really going to be able to bring us some interesting content over there. So the Stock Explorer now has 1,300 subscribers. What you're going to notice on this channel is that Nora brings us everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics. Sometimes there are charts and graphs for us to see, which they explain, and sometimes it's friendly conversation, often with other advocates for the stock market, crypto markets, and Nora is very forthcoming about their own crypto plays, stock plays. I've seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from that company, and then unbox it on a live stream. So I found that compelling. They do shorts videos and live streams on their channel regularly. They post almost every day. And then I'm going to show you Tropical Buzz as well. This is their second channel. Being in Florida, like I said, they are going to educate us about plant life here, but they will likely be able to grow a lot of different things year round, and they're going to bring us on their journey while they do that also. They've already gotten involved in seed swaps and things with Garden State Gardener, so we'll be looking forward to more from them along those lines. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned anything that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Margie's Crafty Corner might be here for the first time. Somebody who's just become a member, as a matter of fact. And forgive me if I'm wrong about that. Rusty's Rambles, I see you in the chat as well, so thank you for coming in. And Siri wants to get in front of me there. Margie's Crafty Corner. Sorry, I'm mistaken. We connected outside. We met, I believe, in one of the other creators' channels the other day. And forgive me for not remembering where it was. Or maybe you did come to Tuber Chat once before and I'm mistaken. Forgive me for being wrong about that. Margie's Crafty Corner is now our newest member. So with 670 subscribers, obviously I've still got to get to know this channel. They're brand new to us. They love to do crochet and paper crafts. They make stitch markers and, oh my dear goodness. Okay, they've got quite a description on their About page. I'll leave it to you to read that when you get there. What I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, though, this flip-flop journal and chat. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list, and that will give me another piece of content to watch. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is over time I get to know the channels better. Over weeks and months while I watch content, I get to know that a little bit better. And if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I enjoy getting to know creators. Anybody can reach out anytime. It doesn't have to be questions. It can be if there's something you think I can help with, but I also love to hear stories about creators' journeys and lessons learned along the way, anything that can help everybody in the Tuber Chat family, and you can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. Garden State Gardener's ears must have been ringing because I just mentioned his channel again a second ago. That's Joe. He did Sunday Fun Day last night, which I was able to catch. Oh, why can't I remember for the life of me who you had on panel with you, too? You had somebody on panel with him. Garden State Gardener does a weekly live stream on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, and there are often over 70, almost 100 people watching. I've seen him with over 100, and he does giveaways. It is very fast-paced and high energy. Love to travel with Wave. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. This is Hyper Blitz, another creator that brings us video gaming, and they're here with us just about every day as well. I'm just going to grab your latest video, and I'm going to grab your Fortnite video and put that in my catch-up list. The title's making me laugh, but I'm going to... The thumbnail's even making me laugh. See, Hyperblitz just asked how can they make better thumbnails, but actually these are great thumbnails. I think so. I think that they are. Your analytics will really tell you, but I mean, they're bright, they're colorful, you've got your own logo in the corner of them, which is cool and recommended sometimes. Not for everybody, but sometimes. But the latest one, right, bruh, is making me laugh. So... I hope everybody else will enjoy this as well, but Hyper Blitz is with us just about every single day. They got 45 subscribers right now. They're almost halfway on the road to the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as everybody's doing as much as we possibly can, then everybody will be just fine. We see channels growing. We see creators hitting different milestones and getting far beyond the first 100 all the time. So Hyper Blitz is on the way. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And then there you go. Yeah, Fanatic Guide. They asked earlier about making their thumbnails better. That's what got me into the whole Canva talk. But these are good, if not great, actually. So the truth of the matter is your analytics will tell you, right? Because it's very easy for people you know, to say, I have a description of exactly how you should do your thumbnail. And if you don't do your thumbnail exactly this way, then you're hurting yourself. But that's not true, because even if I was to describe the most popular ways that the biggest YouTubers describe to do their thumbnails, you will find other videos out there that have thumbnails that are nothing like that, that have hundreds of thousands of views, for instance, right? So you have to make your own decisions. You have to try, see what works. Again, read the analytics. It's on your reach page. There's an upside down triangle. We call that a funnel. It tells you the difference between how many times YouTube shows your title and thumbnail to people compared to how much they click on it. It even has numbers right there to tell you how you're doing compared to everybody else on YouTube. So if you're in the 1 to 3 range, you need improvement. If you're from the 4 to 6, 7 range, you're doing okay. And if you're 7 and above on the way towards 10 or higher, you're doing spectacularly. So you'll have to see what I'm talking about to see what that means. But oh, I haven't even, I've never used the paid version of Canva, Lazy Days Ahead, but it's interesting to know that. So Lazy Days Ahead says that they enjoy the paid version of Canva. I would bet so, because Canva's already spectacular. They really got it right when it came to giving people a lot for free to get you used to it, get you using it, and get you wanting more, right? So they've done a really good job of that. I happen to be somebody who's been working on Photoshop for like 25 years or something like that. So I just design my own stuff. Often what I'll do is I'll take inspiration without completely ripping somebody off. I'll go to Canva and look at some of their thumbnails and take inspiration from what they've done. And I often use other paid services that give like templates and things like that that work in the same way. So it's an idea. One of the things I'd recommend is for anybody that is using Canva, once you get used to it, you want to start customizing things as much as possible, because a lot of other creators are using it, especially on YouTube. So you don't want your thumbnails to match everybody else's thumbnails. It's just as simple as changing the colors, right? If you get a thumbnail that's purple and yellow, maybe you want to change it to blue and orange, you know, or something like that. But it's just an idea. Not saying I'm right. You have to do what's right in the case of each thumbnail. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Odom's Homestead is up right now. I'm still getting to know this channel, but what I'm going to do is take another one of their videos. I'm going to take this prepping for winter. That actually looks like an informative video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. One of the things that I've never had to do is worry about things like winterizing, right? And things like that, because I just haven't had anything that requires that kind of maintenance. So I'm interested to see a little bit of that from our homesteading friends. So I don't know if that's included here, but we're going to see what Odom's Homestead has to say about getting ready for winter. And what we find from a lot of the homesteading, gardening, farming, ranching, outdoor camping, fishing channels and things like that is these creators seem to have an instinct to want to share knowledge and resources with each other. So I find that we often have a lot to learn on all of their channels. So Odom's Homestead is no exception. 333 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 400 we know they must be thinking about. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. What the Flock is up here right now with 363 subscribers. This is a creator that's been making frequent appearances here in Tuber Chat lately. I'm still getting to know their channel, but I'm just going to head through some of their latest videos. And I think I'm going to take this longer one, this 45-minute video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me something to catch up with, watch, get to know the channel a little bit better. This is Robin, originally from Los Angeles. They're now in Georgia. We have a lot of creators in Georgia, actually. Life with Mountain Folk is over there. They started homesteading in March of this year. And they started with some tomato plants, peppers, potatoes, strawberries, cucumbers, and squash. They've been researching a few other things, and they want to share their successes and failures with us so that we can hopefully avoid some of the mistakes that are common or things that they've done. But it's great that we have somebody we can learn from and be inspired by. They've already got some featured channels here, which is a great thing, and obviously they're bringing us shorts, videos, and live streams on their channel, which is really, really cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 400 they're thinking about, and I'm looking forward to getting to know their channel better. I'm overdue now for getting names on the wheel from our chat list, so I'm going to do that in a second. In the meantime, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And we're going to look at VS Speaks Royally right now. This is another creator who seems to be everywhere all the time. They are supporting others like crazy. I'm just going to get some names onto the wheel, and then we're going to talk about their content. I'm going to get Don Ray B on here. Child of God 77 is already there. Shane from Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is a longtime friend. And Slonko Bob Gaming is new to Superchat today, so we've got them on the wheel, and then I'll add some more names as we need them. VS Speaks Royally brings us all three types of content with shorts, videos, and live streams in their channel. You'll notice a lot of featured channels on their front page. We talk about that often. It's a generous thing you can do for others and a great way to get your own channel a lot of exposure when you trade favors with people doing this. Here's some of the shorts we're talking about. Those can be random, but when we get into the content, most of what you're going to find here is talk of the royal family. Now, VS Speaks Royally is somebody who engages conversation everywhere they go. And when you engage true conversation in other people's live chats, whether they're premieres or live streams, you're sending incredible engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm, true engagement signals, right? And that's a great service to any host. But what you'll notice that's interesting about that is when you get to VS Speaks Royally, you will find an engaged conversation happening during their live streams. And VS Speaks Royally does a great job of leading that conversation by staying up to date and well versed in their subject. Now, they're talking about the royal family, so you can imagine that the last month or so has been quite busy for them. And they're growing rapidly. They're almost at 3,300 subscribers. You know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them as well as entertained and inspired by. And they're fully monetized with lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So I hope everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. If anybody has the ability to share the stream we're watching right now out on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps us get a couple more people into Tuber Chat today and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm, so I'll appreciate that greatly. Child of God is up right now. And then, yeah, Lazy Days Ahead, thank you so much for that generous support. As you can see, they've been an official member for a year on Tuber Chat, so I really do appreciate that. But Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa are incredibly generous creators. You will find that both everywhere that they go and in their own content when they do giveaways and things like that. And they come to us from the homesteading community of channels, of course. So Child of God 77 has 16 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 20. They're probably thinking about right now another step forward on the road to the first 100. And like I keep saying, we know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever. But as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and moving far beyond all the time. We've got another brand new channel in the chat, Entertainment You Love. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Garden State Gardener's referencing the mod father. That's Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. He's very well known as the mod father. I still forever am going to be jealous that I didn't come up with that name, because I would have used that. But it certainly suits Jesse, because that's a creator, as a matter of fact, who puts a lot more focus on other people's channels than their own. So you'll find Lazy Days Ahead in tons of live streams. Like when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams as much as I can, I run into them regularly. They're constantly helping, moderating, dropping links, advocating for different things that they've seen or different things that they want to promote for others. Much more than themselves. And then now they've gotten into some live streaming as well. So at least we get a chance to go and support them back in the same way that they advocate for others. So Child of God 77 is a channel I'm still getting to know. Like you can see, it's a brand new channel. Most of their videos are quite short. So we have to be careful here, because you want to make sure you're usually connecting with videos that are at least 3 minutes long. They do have one here called Why Did God Invent the Rainbow? This video is the longest one that they have at 2 minutes 29 seconds. What I recommend for everybody is to take that video and use that to connect with. Keep in mind, of course, we're usually watching videos that are 3 minutes. It's very important to watch the video from beginning to end. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least 3 sentences. I recommend 3 or 4. And then if you want to, you can always take a video or 2 and put them in your catch-up list or some other playlist or your watch later list, so that you can catch up with those creators by letting that playlist run. And what you're doing is showing YouTube that you cared so much about their content that you already went back for seconds and thirds, right? So that can solidify the connection. And then, of course, we always want to give the thumbs up and put the bell on for all creators, like you see me do. Woman Outdoors is in the house. They've been very busy lately, but thank you for coming in. I think that's 2 days in a row, as a matter of fact. Woman Outdoors is a member, so I put them on the wheel right away, but they come to us from Pennsylvania as well, so not too far from where I am, actually. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's mentioned that you meant for me specifically to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Super Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I'm just going to spin the wheel and we'll see what channel is coming up next. And when we get back after a 3-minute break right now, we're going to come back and look at Hilda DC. All right, we're back and looking at Hilda DC. This is a very much loved and well-respected creator who is a beloved and dedicated moderator here in Superchat and has been for a long time. All of our moderators here have been dear friends of mine for a long time, and they're all dear friends of each other. They all have channels of their own and they all do different things, but one of the things that they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity and doing for others much more than they expect to be done for them. Hilda DC, of course, is no exception. She is, as a matter of fact, one of the most encouraging creators that I have met in my 5.5 years on YouTube. When you get to her channel, you will find a lot of positive affirmations that come both from the host herself as well as special effects on the screen during her content. She even gets the robots involved in that. And then, of course, Woody and Wendy are there to defend in the case of anything else. Entertainment you love, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to put that channel up next. We always put super chatters on the screen right away, and then members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And I'll get back to spinning the wheel after that. Now, you'll notice another channel in the chat called Hilda DC and Son Suzuka's Gaming Channel. And that's a second channel that Hilda DC's got set up for her son, and obviously Mom's going to help with that, but we'll look at that channel in another moment to see what they've got going on over there. And we always want to encourage young creators to get moving with their YouTube channels, right? It's a great way to express creativity, not to mention have fun, right? A lot of younger creators will do things like crafting or gaming and things like that, things that bring out interactivity in them. So I always want to encourage that. And then, you know, we think about different things that can be done with channels. Like, you know, most of us are looking at monetization down the road. Wouldn't it be wonderful for a young creator by the time they're, you know, halfway through high school or something like that, already working on their own college funds and things like that, or funding different things, right? And that can be done with YouTube while they're doing things that they really enjoy doing and influencing others as well. So that's a long speech maybe for another day, but we'd love to encourage young creators. We'll look at that channel in a second. When we see Hilda DC, like I said, she does a lot of variety on her channel, but what we're going to find most often is mukbang style challenges and food reviews. And some of those are collaborations with other creators, but she is always bringing new content. And then I don't have a US post office box right now, lazy days ahead. I tried one of those services. They have these services, and what they do is they will take packages, let's say in Buffalo or Niagara Falls. I'm in Niagara Falls in Canada, but they'll take it on Niagara Falls on the US side, and then they bring it all over, right? And the problem is, if you don't have like 3 packages at a time, you're still getting charged like bringing across every package. Not to mention we got to think about duty and stuff like that. So while I have thought about it, I haven't set it up yet. So for now, I just have a Canadian one. But I certainly never want to solicit anybody sending anything. You know, there's a anything is always obviously very much appreciated. I hope to someday get into doing sticker swaps and stuff like that. Willow Way Ranch sent me a sticker a long time ago, and I haven't got stickers done for Tuber Chat yet, but I intend to. And then when I do, I'll solicit that a little bit more, because I know it's a fun thing that a lot of creators get involved with. But I'm going to look again maybe into getting that done, having a P.O. box in the U.S. And then what they do is they just forward the stuff over. I'm sure you could do it the other way too. Whether it would make sense or not, I don't know. But you could do this in the U.K. You could do it in Canada, going to other places, so that they package all your stuff together, and it ends up with a huge cost savings as opposed to bringing things around. Pardon me just for a second. We'll be back in another 3 minutes. Okay, pardon me, everybody. All is well. It's just somebody came to the door and I had to address that quickly. It was no big deal. We've got Hilda DC still on the screen. And like I was saying, this is one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in the last 5.5 years. So we're lucky to have her here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. When I was talking about her content, I was saying you'll find mukbang style challenges and reviews and things like that. But this is a creator who also welcomes a lot of other people on StreamYard panels with themselves, and then they hop in with other people. They've got a game night coming up, which is another example of the different variety that they do on their channel, and they've had wild success with shorts videos as well. So I'm going to set my notification for this. It's coming up tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully we'll catch that, and that will be several hours after Scratch and PPA's premiere, of course. Now, Hilda DC is floating close to 2,200 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. And I'm going to just put up her second channel here. Now, this is a channel that she's got set up for her son. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. I'm going to do it anyway right now because she knows I'm just going to run this video afterwards. But I'm going to take the latest video, or the first video here, I'm going to put that in my watch later list. I'm just going to put the other one in my catch up list as well, so they both get run. She's already got 47 subscribers here. And so hopefully everybody will encourage this young creator by connecting with them. Obviously, Hilda DC is helping Son with this game. And I'm always happy to see that. We've got a couple of parent-children combos going on where they're getting a little bit of help. But again, I can't say enough how much I enjoy when people encourage young creators, especially, to foster their creativity, if that's the right way of putting that, so that we can give them a way to kind of express themselves, not to mention inspire and maybe entertain other people their age and stuff like that, as well as others. Anaths, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I feel like you've been here before. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. Oh, Woman Outdoors is only 3 hours away, really? Oh, she's in northern Pennsylvania. And I should know that, but forgive me for not knowing. Because Pennsylvania is a huge state, as most of us know. I've been lucky enough to spend a lot of time, a couple times. I think I've been to Philadelphia twice. But Harrisburg, I spent a lot of time in. I was actually there every week for a month and a half in one period, and a little bit more than that. But it's been a long time. But there you go, yes. We've been looking at the idea of crossing the border for a long, long time. I used to have this thing called an enhanced driver's license, and it's a driver's license that's got a special chip in it. And what that would allow you to do is cross by land or sea over the borders of Canada, the United States, and Mexico. And it was a pilot program, or whatever you want to call that, from, 15, 20 years ago. And not enough people bothered with it, right? And it was something that was supposed to save you the trouble of not having to get a passport every, used to be 5 years or whatever. And I love that license because you don't have to have a passport, right? So you don't have to bother renewing it. It's all the same questions, maybe more. They ask you, do you have any cousins or brothers or uncles and stuff that look like you, and all this other stuff. And it's been a wonderful thing, but they canceled the program. So they got rid of that a while ago. So I just got rid of that and have a regular driver's license like everybody else now. But that means now I got to go and get a passport. So I've been dragging my feet on getting that done. But one of these days, I intend to get that done, and then we'll start crossing the border again. And when we do, then hopefully we can get around and start visiting some of our friends, especially from the Superchat family. So Entertainment You Love is a brand new channel for Superchat. And they've got 38 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can give them a warm welcome into the Superchat family and push them towards the first, maybe even 40 that they're thinking about, a little bit farther on the road to the first 100. And then when we talk about things like emojis and stuff in the chat, our moderators will knock out any messages that have more than 3 in most cases. We just, it's not really so much of a big deal here, but in other growth streams that are similar to Tuber Chat, where you go to meet other creators and, you know, support each other and this and that, a lot of other hosts and moderators will time you out or ban you, or worse, for putting too many emojis in the chat. There's this old thought that what would happen is streams would get shut down if you put too many emojis or numbers and things like that. But, knock on wood again, Tuber Chat has been here for 485 episodes and never had a stream shut down for that reason. So I don't think that there was truth behind it in the first place. But we still keep that set of guidelines here in the channel so that when you go out to other growth streams or other places like this, you won't get timed out and banned. So we always keep our emojis to 2 or 3 at the most. And then we try to avoid numbers whenever possible. And then there's certain words that we don't use, like subscribe and subscriber and support and things like this or whatever, because other moderators sometimes get a little bit of trigger happy, especially if they're new. And we'll start timing people out and banning them. As a matter of fact, as a funny story, Tuber Chat, obviously you see the name, Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. If somebody has never seen that before, it can look spammy or like a robot, right? And there's been a couple of times where I've gone into channels and got timed out or banned right away just because some new moderators that are inexperienced might not check the channel but think like, oh, that's a robot, they're trying to spam, you know, and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of funny. And, you know, if there's anybody watching that can't get into the chat and stuff like that, whether you're here or anywhere else, one of the things I'd recommend is always to have patience. I hope everybody will give each other the benefit of the doubt. It's easy to get heated when people start like banning you and timing you out and stuff like that when it's unjustified. But you can always reach out to a host on another social network or email them and let them know, like, hey, I came into your chat. I'm a real channel. I think your mods thought I was spamming, but I wasn't, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually you get it sorted out, right? So it's an idea. But anyway, we limit our emojis for that reason. So entertainment you love, we're glad to have you here. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is go through your videos. I see you have a 3-minute one here. Most of the other stuff is shorts, but I'm going to take the 3-minute video. I'm going to put that in my watch later list. I recommend for everybody that this is the video to connect with, because we're always supposed to be watching videos that are over 3 minutes when we're connecting with a creator. And then I'm just going to take one of your latest shorts videos and put it into my catch-up list as well, just to run a second one. But that's what I'll connect with after the stream. I will watch that video in full, give you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. Are always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, or usually Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and one other day of the week. But we move the times around so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So Garden State Gardener just dropped a super chat on us. He's done that countless times. Thank you for that extra generous support, and thank you Entertainment You Love for the same thing. We always put super chatters on the screen right away, and then members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Of course, it's open to everyone. I will add some more names to the wheel when we get down to 5 or 6 again. And then right now we're looking at Garden State Gardener. So this is the creator that I talk about now, it seems almost every day here in Tuber Chat, because he's got a special live stream that runs every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern called Sunday Fun Day. And it is a very fast-paced, high-energy live chat, but engaging at the same time. Let me roll over this and see if I can see. I can't remember for the life of me who he had with him yesterday on panel. There's Lazy Days Ahead right there. There's Rambling with the Brums beside him there. Other familiar faces in a lot of the shorts and shout-out videos. There's Nora the Stock Explorer. There's Lazy Days Ahead again. And Joe does a fantastic job on this channel of making people feel included in a community that is much bigger and larger than himself or his channel, yet still anchored by Garden State Gardener, which is really interesting. He is a very kind-hearted and considerate creator, definitely somebody who wants to help others grow their channel hit different milestones. He's a very much loved and well-respected creator. He has a lot of fun bringing friends together. And I'm personally thankful to this channel for even being here and what Joe does on his channel, because this is what keeps a lot of creators together, I think. You know, Superchat does probably a decent job of this, but Garden State Gardener does a really special job of including creators together in a lot of different aspects on the channel. So he comes to us from the homesteading community of channels, so there's a lot to learn here. There's garden updates. He gets involved in a lot of talking of seeds and growing different things, a lot of giveaways on his channel, particularly during Sunday Fun Day. He does seed swaps with other creators and things like that. And he's almost got 2,000 subscribers now, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. He's done at least 4 shout-out videos for Superchat. One of those was requested by Lazy Days Ahead, as a matter of fact. So hopefully you'll check those out. They're short and fun on the channel. He is fully monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And of course, we put his channel up on the screen right away because he dropped a super chat on us. And like I said, he's done that countless times. There's Lazy Days Ahead right there again. Here's Joe. He puts so much focus on other people's channels. There's Weightlifting Geek. He puts so much focus on other people's channels that I have to dig through his videos to look for a thumbnail of him to show you who he is. But that's an example of the generosity in this creator, and they're here with us in Superchat just about every single day as well. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Dawn Ray B is up right now, and I talked about this channel for a quick second earlier. She's somebody who wants to encourage us to chase our dreams and actually make them come true, because she's doing that and sharing that journey with us on her channel. So this is a creator who has dreamt of going into the homesteading type of lifestyle. So they say they recently moved to 4 acres and they are sharing their journey while they get involved in activities that bring self-sufficiency and things like that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that, but they want to encourage us to do the same thing, right? 325 subscribers on their channel right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. And they've got a lot of shorts videos on their channel in between the regular videos. And most of these are suitable to connect with. You just want to make sure, like I keep saying, that you're watching a video that's at least 3 minutes long while we're connecting. And I recommend starting a conversation with somebody in the chat here before you connect with them. The analytics tell me that 60 to 70% of people might be on a phone while they're here in Superchat. I know we have a lot of creators that are using a phone or a tablet and a computer because it's easy to read the chat and, fire away with some hello messages and go watch videos and stuff with 2 devices. But when you think about the fact that some people are on a phone, they might be leaving to go and watch videos like this one here, and then coming back. And that can take anywhere from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes, almost even up to 10 minutes. So you want to start a conversation to make sure somebody's on the same page, making sure they see what you're talking about. Then you can head to their channel, connect with them, watch a full video, leave that comment, give a thumbs up, put the bell on, subscribe, come back, let them know that you've done that, and then they'll turn around and do the same thing for you. So I'm going to get Life at the Logans onto the wheel right now. Hyper Blitz, we'll get on. We looked at Hyper Blitz earlier, right? Unstable TV Shorts will come up. That is an Irish couple. I always want to say that's our favorite Irish couple. They're just having wild success right now on their original channel, so they've broken into a second channel here. But I've got Unstable TV Shorts on the wheel. Where to Begin Homestead is on the wheel, and I'll get some more names on there as we need them. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Woman Outdoors is up right now, and this is the creator we were talking about, only about 3 hours away from me in Pennsylvania. And what I often talk about with this particular channel is the fact that they get to bring us all 4 seasons in their outdoor content. So they will take us camping, outdoor cooking, fishing. They get involved in bushcraft activities, knife collecting, and other outdoor adventures. So we get to see the extreme heat, the extreme cold. You can see actually on their banner fall colors right now. And then they've got snow, rain, sun, and everything in between, right? So Woman Outdoors will take us to some really interesting places to go, especially camping, but there's a lot to learn on this channel. As you can see, they're doing shout outs, they're doing reviews, they've got shorts, videos, and live streams. So a lot of different content on this channel. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, and knowing now that they're closer than I might have otherwise thought. Hopefully someday in the not too distant future we'll be able to get some collaborations going on. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Woman Outdoors is officially on the road to 1K. So we'd love to push them a little bit closer, and then hopefully they're working on watch hours as well. If anybody right now has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get a couple more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and possibly even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm. So I will appreciate it greatly. Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. This is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in the last 5 years on YouTube or more. And Scratch and PPA is the reason why I use the word seems to be everywhere all the time to describe himself and a lot of other creators, because he literally seems to be everywhere all the time. Scratch and PPA is constantly bouncing in between premieres, live streams, commenting on videos. And most of you have seen him come by your channel or run into him on other channels many, probably countless times. He's also built up a reputation as a moderator on probably hundreds of channels by now, maybe more, as a matter of fact. He's got 1,350 subscribers or so right now. We'd love to push him a little bit farther towards the 1,400 that we know he's thinking about. What you're going to find on his channel is an interactive series of videos called the Scratch Challenge. This has been going on for almost 2 years. He's on week 42 of year number 2. Or season number 2, I guess we could call it. And what you're going to find is that you get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if you follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. So it sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. And if you can catch him for one of these premieres, which is going to happen tomorrow at 12:15 Eastern, they're always on Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern with absolute consistency. He's got to have done, I believe, 90 videos by now. It might be more. And with pure consistency, if you can catch him for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats that you've seen. Faster than TuberChat, faster than most others in the TuberChat family. He rivals those of VF Speaks Royally, Hilda DC, or Garden State Gardener. So it makes that a lot of fun to be a part of as well. It's very fast-paced and high energy, but you will be able to meet more friends and family members when you're over there as well. Presentation has always been at the forefront of Scratch and PPA's mind. People have complimented his video editing skills right from the very first video that he posted all the way through. He does giveaways as well during his videos. You'll notice that when you get there. And you can see that he's done an inspiring job of matching, first of all, his avatar with the bright, beautiful banner that gets updated every week to go in line with the thumbnails, and marrying in the outside social networks to bring in traffic to his YouTube videos while building the profiles on those social networks as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Scratch and PPA. You will certainly enjoy the support that comes back from him. And like I said, you'll start seeing him everywhere if you haven't already had the pleasure of getting to know Scratch and PPA. So next up is Unstable TV Shorts. Now, if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. This is one of our favorite Irish couples. It might be the only Irish couple that we have doing channels. Specifically in that way, but I can't be certain, and I don't want to leave anybody out if I'm forgetting, but it's a funny joke that I have going on with them about their channel. These creators have an incredible charisma between the two of them, and they have a lot of fun together. They're often singing and dancing on their channel, so much so that they actually got included in a Coca-Cola video not too long ago. TWP Popcorn, good to see you here. Now, this is a second channel that they've got set up for doing shorts specifically. So Unstable TV Shorts, they've got 31 subscribers here. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 40 that they're thinking about right now, get them moving on that road to the first 100. But we see wild success from Unstable TV. They've been with Superchat for a long, long time, but a while back they found a magic formula for doing the right types of challenge videos for themselves, and what you'll find on their channel is authenticity, in my opinion, because you see that not every single video like knocks out of the park, right? But look at some of the views on some of these videos, right? 200,000, 150,000, 80,000. They're just doing spectacular. So they've got one from 6 days ago that's got 4,000, but they've got one the next day with 190 views, which makes sense, right, in most cases. And then you see like a lot of what they do is videos that end up really flying. So they've really found a magic formula, and they really put a lot of thought and effort into planning the videos before they make them. You can see that these creators now are well over 16,000 subscribers, so they are growing rapidly. And you know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey. So they are on the road. It's a long road, but they're on the road towards 100, and I won't be surprised at all if they manage to get there sooner than later. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve is dropping a super chat on us. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. She's done that before. That's Jen from Good Times Homestead. They give us a ton of support both here in Superchat and on our copyright-free music channel. For anybody who hasn't already seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. It's available on all major music platforms, but we have a separate YouTube channel set up with a virtual 24-hour live stream where you can meet more friends and family members the same way that we do here. The music's always playing, there's a video game going, and people filter in and out occasionally. So Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve is here, another one of our homesteading friends. I can see I'm falling behind a little bit. I'm just going to take one of your latest videos, put this into my catch-up list. That will help me catch up a little bit. Now, when we get to Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve, they've got a lot of different variety on their channel, between giving us a great look at the family behind the channel. They also get into gardening, gardening and music and photography, cooking, singing, creating, painting, camping, climbing, all kinds of different stuff. What I find most is that it's usually family fun over here, and Jen has always got something going on this channel, but they give us an unbelievable amount of support both here and there. I think she supports on all of my channels, as a matter of fact. Now, Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve has 543 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 600 we know that they're thinking about right now. So it's time for me to get some more names on the wheel from our chat list, so I'm going to do that in another moment. Outgoing Azzy is in the house as well. Good to see you here. Truly Miracle used to be called the Yes Channel up until yesterday. So we already are familiar with this channel in the Superchat family, even though they've just been with us for a few weeks. I might have to search a little bit to find them, so we're going to play with the YouTube filters to get this happening, and there they are. So if I tell YouTube with the filter that I want the channel when I'm looking for Truly Miracle, it will come up right away. You could do that on a phone or on a computer. I find that a lot of channels struggle with the search results until they have 100 or 200 subscribers. And if you have a popular name, you could struggle with the search results right up until the point you have about 800 subscribers, maybe a little bit more. In the case of short names, one-word names with one-word names that have popular words, we find that they can struggle a little bit longer. So this is one of the reasons why we push so much here in Superchat, the idea of searching, finding, and clicking on each other. The more we do that, the more channels will rise up the search results. YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular truly miracle. Cabaret Gaming's in the house. Good to see you here. I know you were live this morning, but I actually wasn't able to get in there. I had just set up for Superchat and got on right away. Cabaret Gaming does a lot of live streaming on their channel. So let me see what I can do about adding some names to our wheel from our chat list right now. If there's anybody who hasn't already been on the wheel or screen, you can simply say anything at all in the chat and we'll get you added shortly. Slonko Bob Gaming will be on there. Yaya's Best Life is coming up. Nisa Food Dairy, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you earlier. And I certainly don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Nisa Food Dairy is here for the first time, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Fanatic Guide is coming up on the wheel, and then I'll add some more names as we need them. And then, Nisa Food Dairy, the way that things work here in Superchat is that we reach out to other creators to support them first, and then they will turn around and support you. One of the things that we have to be careful of is spamming in the chat. You don't want to say the same thing too many times. Our moderators will knock those messages out, or I will, because spamming, of course, is against YouTube's community guidelines. But if you're the kind of person that wants to support other people and enjoys watching other people's videos and commenting on them and supporting them, then you'll find more friends and family members willing to do the same here. One of the things that I can tell anybody that hasn't been to Superchat many times before, if you're fairly new here, most of the creators who've been here many times before will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat, sometimes for weeks, maybe even months, before they make a judgment call as to whether you might be supportive before they will connect with you. Everybody's watching what everybody else is saying in the chat to get an idea of whether you're focused on supporting other people's channels or if you're just worried about hitting your next milestone, right? There's nothing wrong with either of them, but we do things a certain way here in Superchat, and those who end up staying for a long period of time tend to be like-minded in the idea of giving much more than we expect to receive. So Where to Begin Homestead is here with 428 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that they're thinking about. We'll see their community tab pop up. The community tab now is being opened up to creators under 500, but we don't know how long that's going to take. I'm assuming a month. They're opening it up slowly to different channels. We've seen a few pop up now with even under 100 subscribers that have the community tab. But in the spirit of not waiting, we would love to push this channel a little bit closer to 500 so they can get it as quick as possible. I find that the community tab pops up approximately 7 days after you get your 500 and lock it in. YouTube tells us that it could take up to 2 weeks, but I've never heard of it taking that long. So Where to Begin Homestead is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've been with us several times, but I'm going to take another piece of content so that I can get to know what they're doing over here a little bit more. They've got a 25-acre farm, and they're bringing us a lot of homesteading activities. Like I say, with a lot of these creators, they have the instinctive nature to want to share resources and knowledge with each other and others as well. So I think we have a lot to learn from all of our homesteading friends. My Raindrop Life, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly, or to give that thumbs up or let the stream run in the background. I know a few people have done that. Unidentified S4, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They are a member And so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. They are going to discuss with us all of the different things that are questionable or unexplained in the world. And then smallholder homestead, yes, work 10 hours a day. Even, you know, a lot of creators, Michael's Adventures always make sure I say hello to everybody because he can't be here every day because of his work schedule. Otherwise, he certainly would be. Even I can't be here usually on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, at least during the good weather months, because I'm out, same thing, working and away from the computer, not able to be here. So things take time, right? And as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. It doesn't matter that some creators are able to do more than others. We see channels growing, we see channels getting monetized, hitting different milestones and growing all the time. So we know the system's working and everybody's appreciative, I'm sure, of every bit of support they get from each other. Gambas Gallery, aka Iwick83, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in again. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then Outgoing As he always has interesting news for us when he comes into our chat. He's certainly an outgoing creator. He has over 6,000 subscribers actually. And then he's a food dairy. Pardon me while I just put a message in the chat here. Coastal Water, thank you for coming in. They were recently featured on Superchat. Coastal Water is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who happens to be a member. Thank you for that highlighted milestone message. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. I didn't mention the fact that they took over our stream boss position a while ago. That's the video game life meter under my camera as well. They'll get some extra exposure for that reason. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock them out and takes over or takeover gets some extra exposure as we see. Thank you for the share on Twitter. Cabaret Gaming's been a member of our Twitter list for a long time. Anybody who tweets or retweets for Tuberchat gets added to that list. I put out a tweet every day that we stream, so you can simply retweet that and then you get added in. There's a lot of friends to trade favors with over there. Andre Southgate, I put you on the wheel as soon as I saw you in the chat today. Andre Southgate is here with us frequently. And then I don't know how to get this this channel to stop. I wish I could. But we'll try, right? I'm just going to knock those messages out then because I don't know if we can help them. So Yaya's Best Life is here with 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,200 they're going to be thinking about. Yaya's Best Life has been with us frequently, but I've seen them out supporting other creators as well. When we look at their channel, they are going to bring us cooking, mukbang challenges, grocery hauls, and travel videos. We're still getting to know them, but I'm going to take another video from them, add this into my catch-up list. As we can see, this is a dynamic couple of creators. Seem to always be having fun together. I'm enjoying getting to know them. Hopefully you will too. And like I said, we want to push them towards the 1,200 we know they're thinking about. And yeah, you're doing very well, Outgoing Azzy. We'll look forward to looking at your channel soon. I'm actually going to put Outgoing Azzy onto the wheel right now, and then they'll come up soon enough. We'll get to as many channels as we can in the next 45 minutes or so. We're not in any rush to get out of here today. I'll cap it at 45 minutes, let's say. We're usually here 2 to 2.5 hours. Ordered Steps is coming up right now. They also happen to be a member. And we always put members on the wheel right away as soon as we see them in the chat. Let's see what they've got going on today. 197 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther, maybe even up and over the 200 that they're thinking about. Michael the Realist, I'm going to put on the wheel as well. They've been here for a while. Ordered Steps is telling us on their banner, they're making it one step at a time. Weekly-ish entertainment with vlogs, commentary, rants, reviews, reactions, etc. Welcome to the all-regular randomness that is their life, so that's entertaining. I'm going to take one of your latest videos here and put this in my catch-up list. What that will allow me to do is after the stream today, I'll go through my catch-up list. I've got a few days now because we're on Monday. I'm not expecting to do a midweek stream this week, so we will probably not be back until Saturday. Actually, so anybody can check the Tuber Chat front page anytime, and I always post the streams a day or two in advance as a minimum, so that you can plan if you need to and see what time they're going to fall. We mix them up every weekend. I don't recommend that for everybody, but for Tuber Chat, it's a strategy so that we can meet different creators. Most of the biggest YouTubers who talk about this kind of thing will recommend keeping a schedule and putting your videos out at exactly the same time every week. While we do have regular times, we give ourselves the freedom to be able to move them around. So Ordered Steps, I've got a video to watch from you. Like I said, we're on Monday. I've got a few days, so I'll be able to go through and watch a lot of content. The next channel that we're going to look at is Life at the Logans, and we'll see what they've got going on. One of the things you want to watch when looking for this channel is to make sure that YouTube doesn't try to change the name on you. It's not quite a misspelling, but we want Life at the Logans, not Life with the Logans. So it's very important. You can match the avatar with the white, colorful family avatar that they've got here. Quarter Clubhouse Cobalt 66, good to see you here. Charlene Heel is in the house. She happens to be a member as well with her second channel. We'll look at both of those soon enough. And then when we look at Life at the Logans, we see a dynamic family of creators. They're always having fun, often bringing us skits. A bit of comedy comes along with the fun that they have. I'm setting up my notifications for a few live streams that they've got going on. They've got a premiere today coming up in about six or 7 hours. And then they've got a couple of live streams coming up in the coming days. So that will be cool to see. Obviously shorts on their channel as well. So all three types of content. And then I'm just going to take one of your latest videos and put this into my catch-up list so I can watch something else and see what you've been up to. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is Shane. Thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to put their channel up on the screen next. We always put super chatters up right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but it is open to everybody, and after a little while, I'll add some more names to our wheel from our chat list. If we can, we usually do that when we get down to about 5 or 6. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. BioBengal25 brings us fantasy football. It's good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And when we look at Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, Shane has a lot for us to learn on this channel. His intent with his content is to give us a look at life through his eyes, obviously life in a wheelchair, but he often brings us do-it-yourself videos and gets involved in a lot of fitness, and he tries to motivate others. Someday he will have success motivating me, hopefully, where I have literally sat and watched him work out while I eat snacks and drink soda and things like that. But maybe one of these days those things will change. But Shane from Paralife TV wants to motivate others. He's also an advocate for helping others with their YouTube journey, and he will always invite you to meet more friends and family members while you're visiting him. He does a great job of keeping up with the chat while you're visiting him for a live stream as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. Paralife TV is here with us almost every single day. But thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Again, we put that channel on the screen for that reason, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. Like always, I'm not drinking nearly enough. I think it's much easier in the summer, right? When you're hot and when the weather is warm, you're inclined to maybe drink a little bit more, and you have to remind yourself in the cooler weather. Autumn has probably become my favorite season now. I think that could be influenced by Kristen, but part of it is this past summer was so unbelievably hot. Like I whined about it for months because it seemed like there was no relief ever. And then winter has gotten to me just because of the snow shoveling and stuff like that. I'm lucky enough to live in an area where we have all 4 seasons, like I talk about with Women Outdoors, close to Niagara Falls, Ontario, only about an hour and a half away from Toronto. But boy, do I not enjoy the shoveling aspect of snow, not to mention driving through it. I drive a truck, so I don't really have to worry about it, but I don't enjoy it. And I whine about that all the time too. So autumn seems to be a lot better. But one of the things you have to remember, they even make a big deal about that on Twitch, is making sure you remember to hydrate, especially while you're live streaming. For me, it's just about the voice, keeping it going for 2.5 hours. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And when we look at Fanatic Guide, we see a creator who's recently crossed an incredible milestone. Not to our surprise, though, because they've got a lot of really helpful videos that have wild success. So we see well over, almost 20,000 here, almost 30,000, getting beyond almost 50,000 here, 70,000. And we've watched this particular video go from what I believe was in the 50s or 60s right up now to 99,000 views. This is going to be the first video for Fanatic Guide to hit 100,000 views. I might be jinxing it by mentioning it all the time, but I'm excited for him because what I find in a lot of things on YouTube, both positive and negative, is the first time that something happens to you is literally only the first time. Right? So having a video cross 100,000 views means you've started to cross that milestone, and you will get more videos probably very soon that will start to do the same thing. But what I also say about channels like this that are over 3,000 is there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to that level. Fanatic Guide is no exception. This is a creator who's been a great friend and advocate for TuberChat for a long time, and somebody who enjoys helping others. I've seen them on other live streams, jumping in StreamYard panels. They do a lot of gaming on their channel. They premiere almost every day, very often anyway. I've got my reminder on for today's premiere, which is actually coming up right this second, it looks like. And they're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up and see what they've got going on. Outgoing Azzy is going to be the next channel that we're going to look at. Outgoing Azzy always has interesting things for us to hear. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, that's Outgoing Azzy's being funny. That Outgoing As he's talking about on Facebook. Anybody can reach out to me on the other networks if you'd like to. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. But Kristen and I had an opportunity to go out for dinner the other day, and because of the pandemic and all that, we haven't been out very much in a very long time. So it was nice to get out. We went to our favorite restaurant. We usually go there for anniversaries or different special occasions and things like that. And we just went for a quick dessert and a drink, actually, was all we went for. But we did dress. But that blazer that I'm wearing in that picture, you'd have to go to my Facebook to see what Outgoing As he's talking about. That thing has got to be like 15 or 20 years old. I don't know if you're really supposed to do that. It's like a corduroy blazer. And it was fun to have at the time. I used to get compliments on it when I was working in nightclubs and stuff like that. But it's been a long time. But I just, not that I want to discount it, whipped on the quickest thing I could get together without going full on into a suit. But Outgoing As he's being pretty funny. It's Deb1. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And forgive me for not being sure if this is your first time here in Superchat. I'm sure you've been here before. Forgive me if I'm not remembering the name of the channel or if you've renamed it or if I'm mistaken. But hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. It's great to have you here. Outgoing As, like I said, has over 6,000 subscribers. This is a very outgoing creator. He recently started live streaming. I was lucky enough to be with him for his first live stream, as a matter of fact. He puts a lot of thought into variety on his channel and has done some great work with shorts as well, so all three types of content on here. And I'm just going to take the latest video, first ever charity ice hockey game. I'm just going to put that into my catch-up list. That will help me to catch up, make sure I don't fall any farther behind. And Outgoing As he's always got interesting things coming up on his channel, and he always gets a lot of other people involved in his content as well. Coastal Water is coming up. We got a great look at this channel a couple of weeks ago when they were featured on Superchat. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. You'll often find Coastal Water with Backlash Fisherman. These two creators are together often. Coastal Water does a ton of live streaming as well. They both do. They do a lot of these ride-along live streams. And then there's more variety in the channel. They kind of get into some homesteading activities. Backlash Fisherman, of course, is going to bring us a lot of fishing and other content as well. But Coastal Water is going to bring us some cooking or baking and different homesteading activities on their channel, as well as devotionals. And they want to encourage us or motivate us in a spiritual way as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've got 241 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 300 that they're thinking about. Of course, because they're a member, we put them on the wheel as soon as we saw them in the chat. And then Outgoing As, I might be able to go and look at that again after, but I always, of course, only put channels on the screen once per stream. And I'm moving a bit faster now because in the second half of the live stream, I tend to move faster through channels than the first half. And then as well, when we get towards the end of the stream, things move really fast because I want to get as many channels on the screen as we can. We don't get to everybody every day, but we're going to try. Oh, there you go. I see. Second time here. It's Deb1. Kind of discouraged, but going back to making videos. It's, there's always negative that comes along with what we have to do on YouTube as well as positive. I think probably everybody at some point feels either unmotivated or, something along those lines, myself included. I can be demotivated at times. And it takes effort to, try to consciously get back into the swing or keep things going. I am constantly behind in videos on my personal channel. It is an unfortunate thing that I seem to work harder for others than I do for myself. Superchat is not an example because I know I put a lot of effort in here. But on my personal channel, I'm always behind. But on other channels that I work on, I try to keep things up and push creators farther all the time. But that's a part of things. If you can bring yourself back into a mindset of motivation, then that's great, and start making videos. Eventually some small successes or success of any kind, whatever you determine that to be, can start to push motivation in us, right? When you have a video and you get, you know, a few hundred views on that, when, you know, or let's say double or triple what you usually get, that can be very motivating and push you to do more, right? Also getting involved in a couple of channels that are motivating, I think, can help also. And hearing stories from other creators about successes that they've had kind of let you know that's open to everybody, and we can all start to experience some of that. Unidentified S4 is well over 7,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're going to be thinking about 8,000 pretty soon. This channel wants to discuss with us all things that are unexplained. So they talk about UFO, paranormal, cryptid footage and things like that. They take footage from other creators as well. Everything unexplained is a better way of putting it. Yes, cryptids and much more. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They do an excellent job with their video production, even in live streams. I caught them for a birthday stream. That's getting on a few weeks ago now. I'm just putting a notification on for a live stream that they've got coming up in a couple of days. And then as well, what I'm going to do is take one of your latest live stream replays from yesterday. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and that will give me something to catch up with, just another piece of content to watch. And they're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, I recognize right away Oracles and Beyond happens to be a member on this channel. So that's cool. They're bringing us all three types of content with shorts and videos in between those live streams. Jen Hines needs to come up on the wheel right now. First floor audio's in the house. It's good to see you here. I did put Michael the Realist on there a while ago. He's been here a while. And then we have another brand new channel in the chat, Paranormal Detectives. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Andre Southgate is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. And I'm still laughing at Outgoing Azzy's comment. He brings a lot of fun into our chat for sure. Andre Southgate has almost 1,300 subscribers. Now, this creator brings us prize fighting in their main content. So they talk about that. It's pure opinion on this channel, but they post frequently. And then they're having some good success with shorts here. You can see that almost everything they're putting out is getting some serious activity, which is great to see. Andre Southgate is here with us in Tuber Chat just about every single day. They make certainly frequent appearances. Oh, I see. Unidentified S4 has a new channel, and that's Paranormal Detectives. So the channel we just saw with 7,000 subscribers is expanding into more content with Paranormal Detectives. So thank you for mentioning that. I'll put that up for a quick second before we spin the wheel and get to the next channel. And then Smallholder Homestead, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And for that reason, your channel will be up next right after Paranormal Detectives. When we have creators that have 2 channels or more, I try to remember to put 2 channels up for them. One of them very briefly usually. But we'll do that right now just for a quick second because it's still fresh on everybody's mind. And then we'll get to Smallholder Homestead right away after. You'll notice that they just took over the Stream Boss position. So that's the video game life meter under my camera there. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. And the last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure, as we've seen. So they just took over from Lazy Days Ahead. So Paranormal Detectives is going to come up just for a second. We want to see this new channel from Unidentified S4, and we'll see, did I misspell it? This is it right here. And so this is a brand new channel in the Superchat family. So this is from Unidentified S4, but we'd love to encourage them and help them get this channel moving towards its first 100 as well. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take this stream replay. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, probably in the next 24 hours. I'll watch your video in full, leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, as I do for all creators and as I did for your original channel. And then we'll be connected, and hopefully you're subscribed with this channel as well. So It's Step 1 will be up next. I spun the wheel, but we've actually got to put up Smallholder Homestead for a second because they just dropped us a super chat, and I really do appreciate that. It's the first time we're putting this channel on the screen, and again, the same thing goes where I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video, I'm going to add this into my watch later list, and again, after the stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, I'll watch your video in full, I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well, and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, or 3 days a week at least, sometimes 4, and we move the times around so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And they have a small homestead that they're working on, but they do have some livestock there. And then hopefully everybody will take inspiration. I find that a lot of the creators behind homesteading channels have an instinctive nature to want to share knowledge and resources with us. And yeah, Paranormal Detectives is getting close to their first 100, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Hopefully I'm not missing anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow, and that should help me see it a little bit easier. And I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then, yeah, Mr. Shelton TV wants to confuse everybody with his channel names. Mr. Shelton TV is John H. Shelton. We've known him for a long time. He's been a dear friend and an incredible supporter to the Superchat family. He has 2 different channels. One is simply Mr. Shelton TV. The other is Mr. Shelton TV 2. He recently renamed them because of the new handles that have come out. Those are important. I hope everybody's out there grabbing those. It's Abundant Life. It's Our Abundant Life has just dropped a super chat on us. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm going to put your channel up next for that reason. And like I say all the time, super chatters get added to the screen right away, and members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So we'll put It's Our Abundant Life up next. It's Deb 1 is here right now for the 2nd time. So I've still got to get to know this channel. They've got 264 subscribers, but they're pushing to make some more videos right now. They want to share their OOTD, if I'm pronouncing that right, purse and shoe hauls. A huge Prince fan. And they'll show their collection on YouTube. I wonder if you have any vinyl records. Is that a vinyl record that I'm looking at? A 7-inch? Or is that a... Yeah, look at this. Wow. See, I'm always interested in this stuff. I used to be a DJ. I've been doing a tiny bit of that again lately on Fridays. That's why we're not here. I think it's a CD, actually. And they... but I still buy vinyl records to this day. I don't use them for that anymore. I use them just to listen to. But, of course, Prince always does well on any dance floor. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what It's Deb 1 has got going on. I'm just going to take one of your latest videos. Oh, here we go. Record Store Day. I try to go to Record Store Day every 6 months because now they do it twice a year. It should be coming up. I got to look at the calendar and see when the next one's coming so I don't miss it. But I've got your Record Store Day video in my catch-up list. That will help me to see what you've got going on there. I'm always happy to see the different things they're doing with these. For those of you who haven't seen vinyl records in a while, you can see that they're pressing them in all kinds of different colors. They've got really interesting things that they do with them. Even if you're not somebody who's interested in buying that kind of thing, it's interesting to see what is going on in the world because vinyl records are selling more today than they ever did, even in a world where everybody's buying music digitally, right? So it's interesting. Oh, and then unidentified S4, you're a DJ as well? Yeah, that's super interesting. Small world, right? And then, yes, Little Red Corvette is a classic track from Prince that we could play. Purple Rain, of course. And he's got like so many, right? A wonderful artist. So It's Our Abundant Life just dropped a super chat on us. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. This is the first time we're having this channel on the screen. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your longest video, this 517, I'm going to put this into my watch later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here 4 days a week, and we move the times around so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then, yes, okay, so unidentified 4 does it for fun, not professional. And that's okay. I did it for a long, long time. To be honest with you, I'm doing it again now, almost more for fun than for any other reason. But I haven't done it for a long time. I was actually out for almost 10 years. I haven't done much. I did it for like 25 years. But a place that I used to work at for a very long time has reopened after the pandemic and brought me in to try to help build things up over there. So it's working, slower than we thought, but it is working. But I'm actually out at a place. When it's busy enough, I'll start streaming on weekend nights when I'm there, Friday nights usually, and give everybody a look at what's happening there. So Charlene Heel is in the house. She happens to be a member with her second channel. We'll look at that one in a quick second. And then Reese from Philly, Red Dragon, good to see you back in the house. Sure Media Atelier, good to see you here. They happen to be a member. So we'll put them on the wheel right away. Members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Charlene Heel also is a member with her second channel. We'll see that in a second. Now, she brings us natural healing, coaching, and transformation on her channel. Charlene Heel is a powerhouse of energy and positivity. She brings that everywhere she goes, including here in Superchat and everywhere else. She always engages conversation. It's a wonderful service that you can do for anybody when you're visiting a premiere or a live stream. It sends true engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm. I certainly appreciate it from everybody here. That's why we put so much focus on it. But Charlene Heel is a master of keeping conversations going, motivating other creators, and you'll find that when you connect with her. She's fully monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when you get there. She's going on 1,200 subscribers right now and brings all 3 types of content on her channels, both. We'll look at her second one. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. Is the second channel from this creator where she brings us more natural healing, coaching, and transformation, more specifically wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship, the added bonus of opportunities to build wealth on this channel. So she's got all 3 types of content here as well, and as you can see, she's approaching 400 subscribers, but already has the community tab. So that's a wonderful thing to see. Like we said earlier, the community tab's being opened up now slowly to almost all channels under 500. The only stipulation will be that you have to have advanced features enabled, and that means verifying your identity with YouTube. They're not going to give this kind of thing to trolls and spammers and people who make 100 accounts and things like that. But if you're running a serious YouTube channel, they want that benefit to be available to everybody because it's been such a help in building audiences. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here and see who's coming up next. We've still got another 15 minutes to go, so we'll get through as many channels as we can. And Sure Media Atelier is coming up right now, and we'll see what they've got going on. They're actually not too far from me, I think, in Ontario, Canada here, close to Niagara Falls, if I remember right. They recently renamed their channel, but they've been making frequent appearances here in Superchat again. And like I said, they happen to be a member, so we put them on the wheel right away. They're at almost 2,300 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And I'm just going to dig through their videos here. They just put out something new. I'm just going to take this video and put it into my catch-up list. That will help me catch up a little bit. You can see they're posting just about every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, so frequently to say the least. And this has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, actually for a long time. They had a bit of a hiatus for a while, but they've been back for a bit now and making frequent appearances, like I said, in Superchat. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And pardon me, I make notes with pen and paper, so I'm just doing a little bit of that for myself here right now. Let's spin the wheel. We get another channel up here. I'm moving pretty quickly now. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Michael the Realist is up here right now. When you get to this channel, you'll find a few warnings talking about some language there, but it's wonderful that this creator lets us know before we get there. But Michael the Realist has been incredibly supportive, especially lately with Superchat almost every single day. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. It's pure variety. This creator is usually just giving us opinion about lots of different things in the world, sometimes reviews. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that. He's got 185 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him a little bit closer towards the 200 that he's likely thinking about as well. So let's spin the wheel. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Sometimes you hop into a premiere, a live stream in particular, and get so caught up in the content that you forget to give that thumbs up right away. And it's great that everybody reminds each other so that we can get those, maximize them. We're almost at 90 now, so I appreciate that from everyone. My Raindrop Life is up here for the first time on our screen, so hopefully everybody will give them a warm welcome into the Tuberchat family. They've been here before, but this is the first time we're looking at their channel. What I'm going to do is take your latest video and put this in my watch later list. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what this will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I will watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're always here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Usually one extra day during the week, but we mix the times up so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So you might wonder, why on earth am I slipping on that every time I'm saying it? Scratch and PPA will know very well because he's been here for almost every live stream we've ever done. He found us after about 30 episodes or something like that. I have to go back and look, and he's been here ever since. And you can imagine he's been here 450 times or so and heard me say these different speeches multiple times per stream. It's getting on thousands of times. So once you've said something 1,000 times, it's hard to remember not to slip. So I'm trying to get better at that. We'll see. I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody does. Scratch and PPA usually catches most of them, if not all. But I just want everybody to hopefully take inspiration from that as well. And then, when we're connecting with people, one of the ideas is to make sure you're always leaving a meaningful, genuine comment for somebody. If you say new friend from Tuberchat, or nice vid, or good one, or support, and things like that, YouTube's probably going to hold your comment for review, and you will almost certainly lose that connection. We don't want that to happen. So just keep in mind, you always want to be doing as much as you can for others while you're connecting with them, in the spirit of wanting them to do the same thing for you. You know they will do that afterwards. If you want to be noticed, leave a noticeable comment, is something you'll hear me say often. So first floor audio's up here right now. This creator seeks to more often than not create music while we interact with them during their live streams. They have a lot of StreamYard panels actually lately with a lot of friends coming up. The conversation can get pretty engaging, but there's always music happening. I've caught this creator performing often. They've chopped up their channel into a lot of different playlists now so that you can catch a lot of what you want to see, like writing and sequencing shows, or popular tracks that they've created as well. So I'm just hitting the notification bell here for the notification for the next live stream that they've got coming up in a few days. And what I'm recommending is for everybody to hit notifications for everything you see, whether they are premieres or live streams, because it sends an engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm. So next channel that we're going to look at is Slunko Gaming, and this is a Slunko Gaming. And this is a new channel for Superchat. I think they're here for the first time today, actually. So let's see what they got going on. 408 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that they're thinking about. Not everybody has that community tab unlocked yet. So we still want to push channels that are close to 500 up towards that milestone so they can get the community tab as quick as they can. Now, again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm just going to dig through your content here. They do a lot of live streaming, but what I'm going to do is take this 10-minute video and I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full, leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We are always here 4 days a week, but we mix the times up so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Jan Hines is coming up right now, but while we look at Slunko Gaming, we see that they bring all three types of content, primarily shorts and live streams, but they've got some videos in between those as well. So Jan Hines is coming up right now. This creator's got a couple of different channels, actually. We will see Jan Hines with over 1,000 subscribers now. They bring a self-care, hygiene, and lifestyle. A bit of variety on their channel, but particularly self-care and hygiene is the focus of most of their content. And then when we get over to Life with Jan, we see more variety from the same creator. I see Prometheus Silence coming in. Good to see you here. So thank you for coming in. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to today, but I do appreciate every moment everybody has spent. We'll be back next Saturday at probably a regular-ish time, but I'll post the stream a couple of days in advance so you can set your reminders and make sure you can plan if you need to. We will not do a midweek stream this week, I am almost certain, but we'll likely be back to 4 days a week the following week. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here, and we will see you again in a few days. I've got the live redirect set to our copyright-free music channel. If you want to go over there and continue meeting friends and family members, you can. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes like we always do. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.